Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Folo here, and today we're going to talk about the new Hearthstone game Battlegrounds. And I thought we'd talk through all the different hero characters that you can be. As you can see, we've got a good 24 heroes, and let's have a look through them. So we've got AFK. So AFK, she has a passive hero. You're going to skip your first 2 turns, you can't do very much. But you're going to start with a minion from tier 3 and 4 as soon as you've skipped them first 2 turns, which is really powerful. It's going to bring you in so much mid game. Second, we've got Bartender. So as a passive hero, you're going to reduce your cost of tavern tiers by 1, which is going to save you, roughly about 6 gold across. But it's just going to be able to allow you to push up them tiers a lot faster. So if you're going for a really late end game strategy and you've got your eye on a couple of 6 cost minions, then you're going to be able to utilize this guy. We've got Dancing Daryl, little Murloc in his top hat. His passive hero is after you sell a minion, you randomly give 2 minions in Bob's Tavern +1/+1. So this is really good hero power. If you can see that Bob's got a few minions on there that you really like and you've got minions to sell, it's always going to be good. Always useful towards sort of like mid game where you're starting to trade out your early game cards that you've picked up just to fill the board. So utilize them in that way. George the Fallen. So give a friendly minion Divine Shield. So this is 4 gold cost, which to me it sounds a bit overpriced, and I don't think that he's going to fare well until the end game. So if you are a really good player and you can survive that far, then more power to you. That 4 cost is, it's not worth much later on, but in terms of price, that is. In terms of actual power, it's really well utilized. You're going to be able to prevent your guys from getting sniped off by poison. So really beneficial. We've got Giant Fin. So your hero power at the start of next combat, give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Murloc. It can be quite decent early on. It's only 1 gold cost. It's going to produce them 1/1 Murlocs, but it's really underpowered and very underwhelming. Got Infinite Toki, so your hero power, it allows you to refill the Bob's Tavern, and it'll also allow you, it'll spawn 1 card that's higher level than you currently are. So it's really strong until like really late game where it's just mediocre. It is going to allow you to always get them 6 roll costs at end game. So if you have got, maybe it's a Mama Bear, you want 3 Mama Bears to get a golden one, then she's really good for that. So moving on, we've got King Muckler. So passive hero power, whenever you sell a beast, add a banana to your hand. It's quite a shortcoming hero power. I'm not sure that it's going to allow you to do many things. First of all, you've got to buy a beast, and if you're starting to build a beast menagerie sort of deck, then why would you want to sell them? It's maybe in the late game where you can just buy cards and sell cards, and you've got like that 1 rotating spot to do that. That might be okay, but apart from that, probably one of the weakest heroes. Got Lich Bazzill. So hero power, take 3 damage and add a gold coin to your hand. So this is really good. And if you can combo this with, say, Mal'Ganis, who makes your hero immune, you're going to be able to get a gold coin every turn, which is going to allow you to utilize that gold as and when you need it. So maybe you're looking for a specific card, you can then start to cash in your gold coins to get them refills going. Got Lord Jaraxxus, so hero power, give demons +1/+1. So obviously you're going to want to build a demon style board and use this hero power sort of mid to late game to give your demons +1/+1. In effect, when you've got a full board of demons, it's 7/7, which is really strong. Maleficent Manastar. So passive hero power, mechs in Bob's Tavern have +1/+1. So again, as with Lord Jaraxxus, you're going to want to build a mech deck in this case. So look out for the mechs, try and keep that synergy going, and you'll have a good time. Nefarian, so at the start of combat deal 1 damage to all enemy heroes. So I reckon Nefarian's probably one of the strongest heroes. For 1 gold coin you're able to sort of sweep the enemy team, clear out all the divine shields that they have, which is really strong in late game. And in the sort of early game as well, you're going to be able to clear up them if someone's trying to fill the board with just 1 cost minions to sort of deal a bit of an early damage. You're able to then clear that away. So really good. Probably one of the strongest. Patches the Pirate. So Patches deals 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions for 1 at the start of turn. So really strong. Early game, just crap in late game. Patchwork, really basic. He actually starts with 60 health instead of 40, which just allows you to get to late game. So maybe concentrate on getting some really buffed minions, and just filling that up and just see if you can take some. You can utilize a lot of heroes that, or a lot of cards, sorry, that affect hero health. So there's a demon, I can't remember what it's called, but essentially every time you play a demon, it'll do 2 damage to yourself, but it'll also buff that card by 2/2. I'll try to remember, and if I do, I'll post it on screen now. Professor Putricide. So at the start of your next combat, you can give the leftmost minion +10 attack. So this is really good if you've got, say, the what's it called again? The one that does sort of split damage. Can't remember what the terminology is called now. But sort of like the Hydra, where it attacks 1 target and then it attacks both the other targets next to it. If you can get one of them minions sort of to the left hand side and buff that by 10 attack, you'll be able to sort of clean up the guys really quick. So very useful in that sense. Apart from that though, it's probably middle tier. Hero power, give a friendly minion +2 health. So it is a random effect. Can be useful. It's on a low power level, but it does have that usefulness throughout, and it's only at 1 gold cost, so you're always going to have that spare 1 gold. Just buff one of you guys by 2 health. It's okay. Queen Wagtoggle. So you can give a friendly mech, demon, murloc, and a beast +1 health. So you're going to look for sort of a Marjorie style board where you've got all different types and styles, and there's a few cards that buff everything. So if you do get Queen Wagtoggle, you probably want to go with that, and you also want to go with the ones that are sort of the amalgamations that are all types, so you can always get the benefit of this. Ragnaros the Fire Lord. So at the start of next combat, you're going to deal 8 damage to 2 random enemy minions. So this sounds really strong, and in the early game it clearly is. It's going to absolutely annihilate everyone. But in the late game, it's not that great. People are ending up with 50 to 60 health minions. So when you get to that kind of level, it's not really good. You might get a cheeky snipe and take out maybe like a Max Senna or someone like that, but apart from that, it's not really going to do too much. Shudderwock, so he's probably top tier. Your next battle cry this turn triggers twice, so very thematic to the original Hearthstone card. the aim of the game currently in auto chess, in terms of meta, from what I've seen from BlizzCon, is if you buff your guys up really strong, you're going to do well. So being able to utilize the hero power to get sort of double battle cry effects on them buffs is really going to be strong. The creator. So passive hero power, start the game with a +1/+1 amalgam. That's all minion types. So yeah, it's okay. It's not brilliant. It's probably one of the low tiers. The Great Azza Zarak. So hero power, discover a secret. So from what I've seen, this can be a secret from any class. So really strong. Ice block does exactly what it says on the tin. It recovers, but anything that's to do with like spell minions and things like that, they've altered the text slightly, so you're always going to get benefit from all secrets essentially. The Lich King. So as soon as I see him, I'm clearly going to pick him, just for the sort of lore value, just because it'll be awesome to be a Lich King. But at the start of your next combat, give your rightmost minion reborn. So in terms of attack order, we're playing left to right. So generally on the right is the one you want to survive the most. So giving that minion reborn and allowing that to sort of have a second go at trying to do what you're trying to do. If you're trying to buff your board with that mama bear right on the end, this is going to allow her to sort of survive that extra hit, which is really useful. I would say this is probably one of the strongest hero powers throughout sort of early game to end game. The Rat King. So this is a passive hero power, so you don't have to spend any gold on it. But every turn it swaps. So there's 4 here. So I'll just show you. So we've got King of the Beast, King of Mechs, King of Murlocs, and King of Demons. So in terms of each one of them, whichever one it's on at that time, when you buy it, so say like for King of Beasts, if there's a beast out, when you buy it, it's going to get +1/+2, and that swaps every turn. So, again, maybe it's sort of a menagerie style, or you can just get really lucky and sort of coin a load of King of Beasts all at once. Trade Prince Gallywix, so you can add a gold coin to your hand. So if you know that next turn you're going to hit a threshold where you're able to buy like maybe 2 minions, but this turn you've got an extra gold coin, you can sort of trade that in and spend it when you need to. So it is really strong for them turns where, say, like you've got 7 mana and you see 2 really nice minions and you want to pick them up and you've got that extra coin. There's no that you really need to do. You can save it. Yogg-Saron on Hope's End. So you can hire a random minion in Bob's Tavern and give it +1/+1, which is really strong considering that when you purchase a minion, it actually costs 3 gold, and Yogg-Saron costs 2 gold. It is random, so in terms of early game, it's really strong because you're able to. You don't really have a game plan at that point unless you are really planning in advance. But in terms of sort of building that early game up, it's very, very strong. In the late game, you can always buy cards because the chances you're not going to see anything that's going to fill out your board much. So you can always buy it and see if you can get any sort of gold swings just by chance. But yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. So yeah, that is all the hero classes that you can pick from. So a good selection, I would probably say we've got like the Lich King, Nefarian is very strong, Infinite Toki is very strong, and then probably someone like Lych Bazzill, depending on if you can get that Mal'Ganis in play. Everyone else, Shudderwock as well, really strong. In terms of mid-tier, I'll probably say like AFK is a really good bet, and Bartender Tron. Weak ones, so probably Patches and Giant Vein, King Muckler definitely, and the Curator probably low end. But yeah, so yeah, really looking forward to Battlegrounds. It looks super hype. Probably going to be jumping in this sort of today, tomorrow, and then I'll probably put some videos together with my first sort of few runs, and we'll try and see if we can get some good choices here. It is going to be like a 1 in 3 choice, so we'll see. And remember to probably purchase some of the Dragons of Descent cards. If you buy the cards, you're able to see two. Generally, you would see 2 hero choices, but if you pre-purchase the cards, you're able to see 3. There's the pre-purchase option, and also when Dragon's Descent goes live, you can use your gold, and you're able to get them additional rewards. So be mindful of that. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.